Welcome to the Alabama Power postgame show. I'm Michael Casagrande here with John Talty. We're here to talk about Alabama's win over Louisiana Monroe. Maybe wasn't the prettiest of games, 34-0, John. What were some of your takeaways maybe from the offense tonight?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it wasn't the prettiest game. You know, Jake Coker struggles in the first half. You know, completes 10 passes, 80 yards, has a touchdown, also a bad interception, which after the game he admits, wasn't a miscommunication, it was just a bad throw. So things aren't really moving as well as people might have hoped. Running game wasn't maybe as good. Derrick Henry kind of battling tonsillitis. Second half, they kind of get more in rhythm, do some more things, push the ball downfield. Coker has a couple nice touchdown passes. But I feel like, the big question was the identity. I feel like we have a little bit better of an idea of this identity going to Georgia, but still a lot of question marks. I mean, I think Coker's the guy, but the things that maybe he struggled at in the past are still kind of lingering around.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you feel the feeling in this stadium through the first half, through pretty much the whole game, was as flat as I've seen it for a September game. There have been these FCS games in November that have been, not very big games, kind of rollover games, but there just wasn't a whole lot of intensity in the whole place, the whole stadium, the whole night. It was 14-0 at halftime. One of those on a very short field after the fake or the messed up punt. So there wasn't a whole lot of offensive rhythm. But on the flip side, if you look at the glass half full of this game, it's the defense. Just about as good as you can defend a team. They had negative rushing yards until the final minute or two.
Yeah.
They were all getting sacks. They really, Louisiana Monroe could get very little done offensively. They weren't really testing down the field too much. There wasn't too much of a vertical game, which was an issue against Ole Miss, and will be something to watch next week with Georgia. But it was interesting to see how they were able to clamp down on that. There was one big play that had an opportunity right before halftime with a pass that maybe could have gone downfield, broken up. So not a whole lot of maybe imagination from ULM offensively, but Alabama did everything they could, everything they had to do defensively to kind of bounce back from giving up 43 points a week ago.
And I think the other positive, defense obviously terrific. Special teams played pretty well. Adam Griffith hit 2 field goals, one from 40 yards out. They didn't fumble any kickoffs. They had one pretty decent punt return that got called back a little bit because of, I think, a block in the back. But overall, special teams, which struggled mightily last week, looked pretty good, and that's something that certainly you would hope is a positive going into Georgia, in which, these two teams could potentially play pretty close together. A field goal or something could be the difference in that game. I'm sure Saban's happy that Griffith has a little bit of more confidence headed into that game.
Totally, definitely going into a big environment, tough road game, his home state where he went to high school in Georgia. So I think that'll wrap it up for tonight. Michael Casagrande here for John Talty. This was the postgame show.